Alright guys, it is May 1st. We are doing some verbal expressions. So you guys have proved that you are just amazing at one word or one step problems, okay, and equations and figuring out things with division, multiply, addition, and subtraction. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to do word problems, okay? Now, if you want to, or we we cannot solve, okay? We cannot solve these problems because we don't have the other side of the equation, okay? So you might say, well, Mr. Alt, well, after I do this, how do I solve it? You're not solving it, okay? All you're doing is rewriting. This is where directions come in handy, okay? You're just going to rewrite this as numbers, all right? So the way we do that is we have to pay attention to these words, okay? And they're going to tell us what operation we're using. Okay, I gave you a little clues right here. Okay, you'll see that plus means we're adding the plus symbol. Okay, you'll see divided means divide. Quotient means divide. Decreased by means minus. Difference between minus. Okay, times means times. So you see how these different words mean plus, minus, multiply, division. Okay, all we're trying to see here is, do you know which words mean what operation? Once again, if you have no clue, I don't know what this means, look at this little cheat sheet Mr. Alt made up here. Okay, this will tell you if you can reference this. All right, so I'm going to do these odds. I'm going to leave these ones to do for you. Okay, all right, so 9 times a. Okay, well, I know that times, okay, is a multiply sign. So I could write it like that, but you're never going to see this in algebra, because the way we show that we're multiplying a variable is we write that number right next to that letter. Okay, so 9 times a, all right, that is correct, all right, but the way you're going to see it and the way I want us to write it, okay, is 9a. All right, that means 9 times a. All right, when we have a number next to a variable, that means that we're multiplying the variable by that number. So 9 times a. All right, now 8 minus m. Okay, we know that 8 is here, we know that m is here. All right, and minus, all right, means subtract. Okay, so we're subtracting whatever m is from 8. P decreased by 13. So we have P, all right, and we're going to decrease it by 13. If you're decreasing the number of apples you have by 13, you're taking away, you're subtracting. Okay, so decreased by, if I wanted to check here, decreased by is a minus, a subtraction symbol. Very good. Okay. All right, here we have Q is increased by 12. Well, decrease is opposite of increased, so if it's increased by 12, you know that you're adding 12 to whatever Q is, okay? So I have Q apples, okay? Well, Billy has Q increased by 12 apples. That means however many apples I have, Q, he has 12 more, okay? So Q increased by 12. All right, good job. All right, this one down here, I did a couple for you just to show them. All right, the quotient of 10 and f. All right, now the quotient of 10 and f, that means that I'm taking 10 and I'm going to divide it by f, and that will give me my answer, the quotient. Okay, quotient just means answer of a division problem. Okay, now which one goes on top, which one goes on bottom? Whichever is first. Okay, so whichever is first, 10 goes on the top, the bottom is f. Okay, all right, here we can do y divided by 29. Okay, so the first one is always going to go on top, all right, and then the second number on the bottom. So we're going to take whatever y is, we're going to divide it by 29. Okay, all right, so you can see how it makes it matters what order these come in when it's a division problem and when it's subtraction. Okay, addition not so much. Okay, multiplication not so much, but division and subtraction, it really matters which one's first. Quotient of r and 38. I know that quotient means divide. If I look it up here, what does quotient mean? Quotient means that division symbol. Okay, all right, and I put just a dash here because it's like 1/2 is 1 divided by 2. So this dash means divide, okay? But if it makes more sense to make that traditional division symbol up there for you for divided by and quotient, go ahead. All right, but you might see this dash mark means divide. And it's a little easier to type on a computer. All right, so the quotient of r and 36, we know that we are dividing. We know that r is first, so it's on top, and 38 is on the bottom. Okay, so r divided by 38. All right, so do you guys see how these different words, all right, mean different operations? Go through, try them on yourself. All right, as we get into more advanced word problems, okay, you'll be seeing more of these words together. Two-step word problems, you might have k more than 6 divided by 3, and you would need to have all those steps in there. Okay, all right, so go ahead and get some practice with these verbal expressions of algebraic expressions. And Monday is an off day. Okay, so no work for you guys on Monday. Enjoy it, and see you guys next week. Hello everybody, it is May 1st. In geometry, we're going to do the triangle sums, triangle angle sums. Okay, first thing we need to talk about, what is the sum of the interior angles, which means the inside angles of a triangle. We know that a square or rectangle was 360 degrees. What is the sum for a triangle? This is very important to remember. It's really the only thing you need to memorize about the angles of a triangle, okay? And we need to memorize that the sum of all three is always going to equal 180, okay? So using that, we can use the two we do know to find the one we don't, okay? All right, so right here, okay, we would be taking the two we do know, which is 88 and 46, okay, and we'd be adding those together, all right? So we take 88 plus, is it 46, okay, and our answer is 134. 134 is how much we do know. Okay, now we know to get from 134 to the sum, 180, that's our missing angle. Okay, so how do we find the difference between 180 and 134? We subtract 180 minus 134, and that is going to give us 180 minus 134 equals 46. Okay, so E equals 46. Okay, now knowing what we know about triangles, if we have a triangle with two angles that are the same thing, 46 and 46, that is an isosceles triangle. Very good. Okay, all right, here we have 55 and 50. Okay, I can do this in my head because I know 50 and 50 is 100, so just add 5 to that, and that's 105. Okay. All right, if there's certain things you can do in your head, like, 50 cents plus 50 cents is $1. So 50 plus 50 is 100. Try to do them in your head as much as you can. If you need that calculator, though, go for it. All right, now the next thing we need to do is take 180 and we need to minus 105. Okay, and so 180 minus 105, and that's going to give us an angle of 75 degrees. Okay, so the angle we don't know, the one left over, 75 degrees. Okay, make sure we put those degree symbols. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the left, and then I'll leave the right for you guys to do on your own. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we have 37 and 27. We know we need to add up the ones we do know, okay? And this is kind of true for any polygon, okay? We're always adding up the sides we do know and then subtracting it from the sum of all interior angles, okay? It just changes based on what shape you have. For instance, triangle is 180, quadrilateral is 360. All right, so 37 plus 27 equals 64. Okay, I know I need to take the sum, 180 minus 64, the angles I do know, and that's going to give me 180 minus 64, 116. Okay, So 116 is that nice big angle up here that we did not know. 116. Dun, dun, dun. All right, last one. Now, this one's a tricky one because you might say, Mr. Alt, it only gives me one number. What's up with that? Okay, well, it does give you another number, but it gives you it in the form of a symbol. Okay? Just like if you guys see this symbol, you know, dun 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 dun, Superman. Okay, if you see this, you think 90 degrees. Okay. 59 plus 90. Those are the two we do know. Okay, so what is 59 plus 90? 59 plus 90 equals 149. Okay, the angles we do know, 149. The sum, 180, minus the angles we do know, 149. It's going to give us, let's see, 180 minus 149 equals 31. So last one here is 31 degrees, okay? So once again, once you know the steps, guys, it's like cake, okay? You add up the angles you do know, okay? That gives you the angles you know. Then you subtract the sum, which is always going to be 180 for a triangle, minus the angles you know, and that gives you the angle you don't know. All right? So add them up, subtract them from 180, boom, that's your angle. All right? Go ahead and try that side, guys. And next Monday is an off day, so go ahead and take that day to take a break, have fun, go outside, enjoy it. Hey guys, it's Mr. Alt. Did you enjoy that video? You finished your work for the day and wish there was just something else you could do? Our Microsoft Teams page, available on your computer or on your phone or tablet. And come to the left and click Enrichment Opportunities, and there's lots of extra things here for acting, art, science, history. You'll see our Jeopardy games. Lots of fun stuff to do if you finished your work for the day. It's extra, so it's not mandatory, but it is there for you. Okay? Enrichment Opportunities under Mr. Alt's class. Have a good one!